Right, Grace, here we are back in Beaverville.
Back in the beaver enclosure.
Yeah.
It's raining.
Yeah, which is good.
It is very good. You can see the waters coming up again.
Yeah.
Again and again and again every time
Can I
I
ask
come
you
down.
a personal question?
Okay.
How much time have you been spending down here in Beaverville?
Far too much time.
You've become
Chris.
obsessed, haven't you?
Yeah, I'd rather not dwell on that. Let's focus on the beavers.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
I know. I know.
Wow.
And it's really steep here as well, but I feel like every day it's looking less and less steep.
Well, that's a lot more water than there was, isn't it?
No,
This is
more.
damming behaviour.
Look, I'll show you back down where we released as well.
Oh yeah.
Just down here.
Yeah.
Is where we released them.
Yes,
on
it
this
is.
Ledge, and the ledge is now level with the water level.
Oh my goodness, look at that. That's phenomenal, isn't it? How long ago was it? It seems ages, but I mean...
Oh, I think it's...
3-4 weeks?
We've stopped supplementary feeding them now.
Stop feeding them?
Stop feeding them.
No more carrots?
Well, do you know what, Chris? I came down one night with my bag of carrots and they were sat, 2 of them were sat just there and they were just gnawing away on the bark of a tree and it felt wrong.
Yeah.
It felt wrong to be delivering carrots when they were so happily
What did you
thriving.
make? Did you have a
Yeah, so I went
roast
back,
or soup?
I had
Yeah, soup.
carrot cake, carrot chips
Roasted
and
parsnips.
a lovely Asian carrot salad as well.
Marvellous.
Really nice.
Look, you know that when last time we came and we saw the female, she was tucked in that temporary lodge. Well, that would be completely underwater now, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
in there.
Well, I'll show you around there. I'll show you around the burrow.
Oh, look at that.
It is underwater now, so they're still using the temporary lodge.
Oh, are they?
Yes. But the burrow is under.
Yeah.
Pretty much under, so I'm wondering if they're going in and kind of...
What, they've dug it
still
out?
up there, yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, I'll show you around here. Here's their first dam.
Wow, honestly. That's
cool,
impressive, isn't it?
It really is. So here we are, first dam again.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so now, instead of the stream just coming down here,
Yeah.
it's backed all the way up and we've got this new channel that's formed which they're now damming
Yeah.
as well. I mean, look at the size of this stuff, Chris. that they're
Yes,
bringing
look, they
down.
pulled all this down, all this
of this coming
hazel.
down here.
Look, and they brought it all the way from there, look.
Can you see that coppiced
Let's go
hazel
and look
up
at that.
there?
I'm loving that.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, look at this.
They've been really busy in here.
This is natural coppicing.
Yeah. And can you feel that light
Yes.
coming in just even from this bit here?
Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of these.
And they're fairly chunky.
Yeah, chunky. Plus a couple more from over here.
And Chris, and in here.
Look. And as you say, look, we're standing in the light.
Exactly. Yeah,
This would have been
brilliant.
covered with that hazel.
Exactly. So yeah, they're bringing it down. They've got a couple of these pathways coming down. There's one further along as well.
Wow.
Which is great.
This is just what we wanted, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Doing the the hazel coppicing
It's that
claws.
classic, the pencil shape, isn't it?
Yeah. And now we've got all this light coming in. And look, I mean, at the moment we've got ferns here, and these are nice to have. But soon this will be, erupting
Yeah, absolutely.
with more woodland vegetation.
Exactly.
Nice sheltered spot. Butterflies would love it in here
Yeah.
because it will stay warmer because it's a glade basically. They've made like a little
Yeah.
glade.
As we walked through, I had a big moth flap past me.
Beavers, God, they don't waste time, do they?
No, super busy.
And as you say, over there as well. Superb,
Yeah.
absolutely superb. Look at that.
Should we carry on downstream a little?
Yeah.
I've had a camera trap up. You can see it there.
Oh yes.
We've had a fox that's been around in here. It's the first fox I've seen in the enclosure.
Yeah.
And I've got one shot where it walks along here and then literally 30 seconds later, beaver wanders down here, has a sniff, can smell it, gets in, starts tail slapping.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
And look, dam number 2.
Yeah, and look at that.
I mean,
Them using the clay there as well.
yeah. Yes,
That wheeled
they are.
clay.
Look at that. All the puddling they've done
Yeah.
with that clay. And look, there's got to be a drop there, what, a metre at least?
Yeah, it's quite a big drop that.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
God, so good, isn't it?
It's brilliant. They've had a little go there.
Oh yes, they've been spreading out, haven't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Look at the bark stripping they've been doing
Oh yes.
along there.
Yeah.
So, this was arguably their best work. And now the water's risen so much it's completely underwater.
This was one of their dams then?
This was arguably their best dam.
Was it?
Completely constructed overnight. Went from 0 to 100. I'll show you on the camera traps.
Wow.
But this is this other tributary we've got coming down here, which has been so dry. So the fact that the water's backing up and moving up that way now is really exciting as well.
Is this the dam that's lowest down, or is there another one?
No, this is, there is another dam. It was already existing, which they kind of add to.
Right.
But it seems to be that they build these dams, they then flood, and they move on and find another area, because obviously it's not trickling here anymore, so then they'll find another area where it's trickling. So.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was, yeah, the difference here is really incredible.
And you can see the activity here.
Yeah.
They've been all over here, look, on
Yeah,
where
they
those
have.
bluebells are not all knocked down.
Yeah. Yeah, well they managed to bring down this huge log. You can't see it now because it's underwater, but like this, Chris. And I genuinely, it looks like magic when it just appears on the camera.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
And they've had a
Chew on there,
nice
look.
gnaw on that one there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's going great guns, isn't it?
it really is.
Can't imagine what it's going to be like in a year. They've only been here for a month,
It's really exciting.
and they've already done so much.
I know. Imagine, yeah, 6 months' time from now.
I mean,
This, I mean, this could be underwater, Chris.
Yeah. If they build another one down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Succession.
And would the water itself bring trees down?
Yeah.
You know, some of these trees that are
Yeah.
obviously alive right now, it would just kill them, they'd come down.
Yeah, I mean, some of them, the alder, for instance, are very tolerant of having their roots underwater.
Yeah.
Hence them growing like this
Yes.
alongside the stream.
Yes.
You know, but some of the other species would be less tolerant of that. You know, ash here and the birch likes it dry.
Yeah.
So yes, and then of course the benefit of that is that you've got standing dead timber over water, which is quite a specialist habitat.
Yeah.
I mean, look on there, you can see woodpeckers have been pecking on that piece of dead timber there.
Yes.
And one of the species that likes wet woodland with dead timber is the lesser spotted woodpecker, which
Yes,
we
the lesser
found
spotted
here.
woodpecker.
So they're surely going to be enhancing the habitat for that bird.
And the bats as well.
Of course. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
Amazing stuff. Okay, let's take a look at what you've seen on the camera traps then.
Yeah, sure, let's do it. Back at the laptop in the dry.
I like these bits.
I know, me
There's
too.
you've always got surprises.
Have I?
Yeah, you've always got a good surprise.
Here we
Remember the
go.
woodcock surprise?
I know, that was a
good,
good
wasn't
surprise.
It?
The bullfinch.
Bullfinch
last time.
surprise,
Very
that was good.
surprise.
Okay, what have we got?
Here's Foxy in the beaver enclosure. First fox I've seen in there on a camera trap. It's just come across here.
Nice.
About 30 seconds later we can see
Beaver. I can smell it, can't
sniffing.
I? Yeah.
And then volume up. Oh. See that there,
Yeah.
I'm going to do a replay on that.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is the first tail slapping I've seen that's not been human disturbance.
Yeah.
You know, like when we released one, there was
That's a very unhappy beaver.
just a very unhappy beaver.
Didn't like Mr. Fox. Ooh.
And I bet Mr. Fox wouldn't like that either.
No. No.
Great.
Yeah.
Because I have been wondering what that kind of interaction between the two species would be like, but I think they are very territorial and...
And at the moment they don't have the security of a lodge with underwater entrances.
Well, no,
do they?
exactly.
So where they're hanging
Exactly.
out, they could be, you know,
Now, of course,
susceptible.
they've got the burrow, which they have excavated to an extent, so
Yeah.
they've got
But
that
are they
as a
all
safe
squeezed
haven.
in there, do you think?
Not all at all times.
No. No.
They must do shift work.
Yeah.
So, I did a bit of a time lapse here, and I hope you'll appreciate this, because this is what I was saying was their best work. Because this is over a period of one evening, but in this evening, I've seen all 7 beavers. Reassuring. So they're getting to work.
God.
Sorry, a huge log,
Yeah.
as if by magic.
They must have just dragged that in position. They haven't.
Yeah.
They haven't felled that.
No, they haven't.
No, they found it, but they've utilised
But
it.
even so, that's a weighty log.
Yeah, and of course, once they've got that in position, they're adding everything else to it. That's formed the sort of foundation of their dam, isn't it?
Exactly. This is all now underwater. So look, and this is the very next morning. Very next morning. So you've gone from
Nothing.
I mean,
Look at that, dragging that massive
huge.
piece of
it's massive.
hazel in there. Look at that.
Incredible.
Yeah, the water's gone up 1/2 metre.
Yeah.
at
And now
least.
that's completely under.
And now that's under because they built another bigger dam downstream
Yeah.
and flooded this one out.
Yeah.
It's weird how they sort of
It's
almost
interesting.
sacrifice the dams, don't they?
Yeah. Well, it's just this like constant
Yeah,
flow and circle of work.
yeah,
They're constantly working.
yeah. I do feel like saying to them, why didn't you just
Have a day off.
start
No.
downstream and
Well,
just
true.
build one big
There
one?
is that.
Build one big one. But maybe that's not the way they work. Maybe
It's not the way they work.
they're responding to obviously conditions there that is indicating to them that that will be a good place to make a dam. And
Yeah.
now it's raining,
Yeah.
the water will come up even
Yeah.
further. Great shots
So
of
they've
them.
continued to work on it.
Yeah. So when
And
you
that-
say you saw all 7 in that one night on that one dam, were they
Yeah.
all contributing to the dam
Yeah.
building? You
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
They were.
They were all helping out, yeah. Or I mean, some of them may have been just passing through,
Yeah.
but yeah, the older offspring were helping out definitely, and then Mum was
Teamwork.
there, Dad was there,
Teamwork.
because we've got Dad now.
Yeah.
Dad's back.
Yeah.
Dad's
Yeah.
been reunited, as well as that final yearling as well. So yeah, they're all reunited and working together, which is brilliant. So yeah, they're all back. They're working together. We've seen them all, and yeah, the water continues to rise, and the dams become more and more
Are
impressive.
you surprised that they've done so much so quickly?
Yes.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
And I knew they would. But having 7 beavers as well,
Yeah.
I think it makes such a difference to the work they do. And I know they work quickly and effectively, but this is another level.
It is amazing, isn't it?